Hello everyone! My name's Jenny from Toronto Public Library. Welcome to Mini Makers at Home. STEM concepts are all around us and they allow us to discover, learn, innovate, and they're a ton of fun. So, today we're going to be taking a look at sound and we'll be building our own speakers. Imagine you go with some friends to a pool and you all dive underwater. If your friends yell, can you hear them? What about if you come up for air? Can you hear them then? And what if you're in a different room from your friends? If you press your ear against the wall, can you hear them if they yell? Now, depending on how loud your friends yell, you probably heard them in all of these cases. But sound quality is different depending on what the sound has to travel through to get to you. Sound is a type of energy. It travels in waves, and it's made up of vibrations. Can you picture a pond that's completely smooth so that there's no ripples and it looks like glass? Now, imagine someone throws a pebble into that pond, and the waves move. But how do they move? The waves will move outward, circularly, from the center towards the edges of the pond. This is how sound travels, except it travels through air and it's invisible. Sound always needs something to travel through. It can travel through solids, liquids, and gases, but some of these things are better conductors of sound than others. So, if you want to listen to music or a video on your cell phone or another handheld device, but it's so quiet that you can't hear it, do you think we could make speakers so that you could hear it better? And if you can do that at home, is it possible to do it without electricity or wires? If the answer to these questions was no, then it wouldn't be Mini Makers, would it? Let's get started. To make an amplifier, you'll need a paper towel or toilet paper roll, a pen, scissors, 2 cups, and as options, you don't need them, paint and paintbrushes.
Start by deciding what device you're going to use with your speakers. Then carefully trace the bottom of your device into the middle of your cardboard roll. Next, get an adult to help you use scissors to cut out the hole you've traced. The hole cut in the tube should be just big enough to hold up your device, but don't put it in quite yet. Carefully trace the end of your cardboard roll onto the sides of both your cups and then cut out those circles. Make sure the cardboard roll fits snugly inside both cups, and then place the device you want to amplify inside, and make sure that the speaker end is inside the slot and that it fits.
Now we've got our speakers, but, well, they don't look very pretty. You can decorate your speakers with paint, or stickers, or markers, or whatever you feel like. Just make sure when you decorate it, you don't block the openings, because your speakers need those to work. Here's one I made earlier. So we have our own custom speakers now. But the important thing is, do they work? Let's test them out and see.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S.
Okay, so now we know that they work. But why do they work? When you put your device into the cardboard tube, the speakers in the device are inside the cardboard tube. This tube then focuses and directs the sound waves into the cups, which focus these sound waves to you, which makes it sound louder. Remember when we threw the stone into the pond, which caused ripples to go out in all directions? Well, when you make a speaker like this, it acts like a channel in the pond, so that the sound waves can only move out in one direction. This makes it sound louder to you. With that in mind, what would happen if we were to put your device into an empty cup?
TUVWXYNZ. Now I know my.
And what if you were to put your device into something else, like a mixing bowl, or something else entirely? What can you find to try? And what does it do that affects the sound waves? What can you put your device into that amplifies the sound? And what blocks it or has no effect? And what does that tell you about the sound waves? Adults, you play an important part in your child's learning. And by participating and engaging with them in everyday activities. Now, together, talk about the experiment. You know a little bit more about sound waves. So, how does that make you think about how sound gets to you? What other science do you use in everyday activities without realizing you're using it? I hope you enjoyed today's Mini Makers program. Check back soon for more Toronto Public Library Mini Makers at Home programs. Bye-bye!